Hi guys, this is your storyteller and welcome to the first episode of the Storyteller Show. So to the first episode, I would like to introduce to you all my most favorite and one of my very good friend, Berri. Hi.
Hello.
I'm very happy to have you on the show.
Thank you so much.
Especially on the first episode because you are one of the driving forces behind the Storyteller, which is my dream. So thank you so much for that.
Always.
So how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I am very good. So what's up with you? What's new?
Nothing else. I'm working on Ilahi.
Mhm.
So you know about Ilahi. Ilahi is a modeling and finishing school.
Yeah.
So where I teach people modeling. I teach normal people finishing their personality development, grooming, styling, and everything.
Yeah.
So I'm working on that, and it's in a good pace as of now.
And I know about Ilahi and I know what is the idea behind it. So
Mhm.
నాకు చాలా ఇన్స్పైరింగ్ గా అనిపించింది. అండ్ వన్ మోర్ థింగ్, ఇట్స్ నాట్ జస్ట్ మోడలింగ్ అండ్ ఫినిషింగ్ స్కూల్, బట్ ఇట్ ఆల్సో టీచర్స్ అబౌట్ సెల్ఫ్ లవ్.
Yes.
I'm not wrong.
Yes.
Right?
అది సెల్ఫ్ లవ్ గురించి యాక్చువల్ గా ఇది మొదలైంది
Yeah.
దాని వల్ల. సో
Yeah.
ఇట్ ఈస్ అబౌట్ సెల్ఫ్ లవ్ మోర్.
So many people don't know that self grooming or even going into modeling as a profession or anything requires a lot of self love.
Yeah.
And so I would like to know, how did you start your journey on self love and what does self love mean to you?
So see, it's a very different equation. Self love is a very different equation for everyone.
Yeah.
For me, it is like doing what I want to, pursuing
Okay.
what I like.
Okay.
If I want something, doing that makes me happy, feel good thing is self love to me.
Okay.
And doing things that are relevant, that helps me to grow, is
Okay.
also kind of self love to me. For me, that is self love.
Okay.
So when you manage your mental health, physical health, then that is a self love.
Right.
When you coordinate those mind, body, soul connections,
Mm.
then that is self love. So I make sure that my mind is refreshed, my body is always exercised.
Mm.
I'm always being positive, where my heart is flowing with
Yeah.
all love.
Mm.
So that's how me see showing love towards other also make me feel loved.
Right.
So
Yeah.
that's the point. I do it. And తెలుగులో చెప్పాలంటే అదే, మనల్ని మనం ప్రేమించుకుంటేనే మన సరౌండింగ్స్ కూడా మనం ప్రేమించగలం.
Mm.
ఎప్పుడైతే మనం ప్రేమించుకోమో మన చుట్టూ ప్రతిదీ అది ఒక బర్డెన్ లానే అనిపిస్తుంది, ప్రాబ్లం లానే కనిపిస్తుంది. ఇలానే అలానే మనకి ఉంటదన్నమాట. ఎప్పుడైతే మనం నచ్చుతామో మన సరౌండింగ్స్ కూడా ప్లెజెంట్ గా అనిపిస్తుంది. ఈవెన్ అది అన్కంఫర్టబుల్ అయినా సరే యూ ఫీల్ ఇట్ ఈస్ గుడ్ because you
Right.
know about
I
yourself,
understand, yeah.
knowing more about yourself. And that's how my journey, I don't know, it's from my childhood, that's naturally there.
Oh, you gifted.
I'm really gifted. So adi lenappudu nenu pause ayipotanu konni days, I go for isolation, not talking to anyone, and then I'll be back, no, this is not you,
Mm.
get back to your senses and cheppi, then again I'll start doing my stuff. That's
So
it.
it is nice. Ante you said from childhood నువ్వు ఇలా ఉన్నావు అని చెప్పు. For me it is a very different equation. As you said, I think self love is a very different equation for everybody.
Mhm.
And for me it started from a very low place in my life where growing up I was like, okay, something is missing out of me, something is missing. See, I got the materialistic world. నాకు అది అర్థం అవుతుంది, like if I put my mind to something I can do it.
Hmm.
కానీ I always had a feeling that something is missing.
Okay.
So then slowly I sat down, I sat down myself, I started meditating a little, and then introspection started. I started seeing what is happening inside.
Hmm.
So slowly ఏమైందంటే from that place I discovered that there is this entire journey called self-love. And I was very old by that point. I was already in my 20s.
It's
So
not about
nobody-
old.
I mean, I think this is something that people have to know from a younger age. It is very good if they know from a younger age, because nobody teaches us.
Yeah,
Especially-
nobody. Yeah.
Right? And I think you bringing this concept to Ilahi is beautiful, because you take people from all ages, all genders, all backgrounds, and
No
you
matter the
introduce-
color, body weight,
Exactly.
height,
right?
religion, culture, no matter. అది అసలు ఏమి సంబంధం లేకుండా, that's how we have self love is. And నాకు తెలిసి చాలా మంది, because of this fast running generation, వాళ్ళు మర్చిపోతారు వాళ్ళు ప్రేమించుకోవడం మర్చిపోతారు, వాళ్ళ గురించి కేర్ తీసుకోవడం మర్చిపోతారు. ఈవెన్ మన ఫ్రెండ్స్, మన అన్నయ్యలు, అక్కలు వాళ్ళు కూడా పొద్దున్న లెగ్గానే దిల్ బి కీప్ ఆన్ రన్నింగ్, దిల్ నాట్ ఈట్ ప్రాపర్లీ, ఆల్సో వీఆర్ నాట్ స్లీపింగ్ ప్రాపర్లీ. మన ఈ మధ్య అసలు పడుకోవట్లేదు. ఓకే, దట్స్ వాట్ హ్యాపెనింగ్ ఫర్ అస్. ద ప్యాటర్న్స్ ఆర్ చేంజింగ్. సో అలాంటి టైంలో అగైన్ Ilahi is somewhere telling you that you should take care of yourself simultaneously to work well in the future. మీరు మిమ్మల్ని మర్చిపోతే అగైన్ యుల్ హ్యావ్ అ బ్రేక్. ఇప్పుడు ఏమైనా హెల్త్ ఇష్యూ వచ్చింది అనుకో, మళ్ళీ యూ హ్యావ్ అ కెరియర్ బ్రేక్ కదా. That's again you need to start from the start. So that's again a burden to you. So రోజుకి ఒక కొంచెం చిన్నది is way more worth it. That small droplets can bring a lot of impact. That's how it works out.
So I always, when I started sitting back and thinking, like, asli idi ekkade start ayindi, like, my parents, I think maybe they started talking about depression maybe in their 40s or 50s, but I started talking about it in 20s. And my sisters, the younger generation, they're 10 years old and they're already depressed. They talk about depression. Ante my journey towards self-love అలా స్టార్ట్ అయింది అనమాట. సో ఐ రియలైజ్డ్ ఐఎమ్ ఎమోషనలీ నాట్ టేకింగ్ కేర్ ఆఫ్ మై సెల్ఫ్, టు పుట్ ఇట్ ఇన్ రైట్ వర్డ్స్. సో అది ఎమోషనల్ గా ఎలా కేర్ తీసుకోవాలి, ఆల్ ఆఫ్ దాట్ ఫర్ మీ మోస్ట్లీ ఎమోషనల్ హెల్త్ ఇస్ వెరీ ఇంపార్టెంట్ ఫర్ మీ, బికాస్ దట్ ఈస్ వేర్ ఐ ల్యాక్ ఫ్రమ్ మై చైల్డ్హుడ్. సో మై సెల్ఫ్ లవ్ జర్నీ, ఇట్ స్టార్టెడ్ ఫ్రమ్ taking care of myself. I am very proud to say that what I am today is 90% because of myself.
Yeah, everyone. ప్రతి ఒక్కరు కూడా.
Yeah, I mean, see, I owe it to my parents. They have 100% my heroes. They did the best to me. But as somewhere growing up, some people today, the generation has to understand that you might have so many friends around you. You might have your parents or anything. But కొన్ని విషయాలు ఉంటాయి లైఫ్ లో, అవి that is an alone journey. You have to go all by yourself.
Yeah.
Nobody is going to come. Not your partner, not your lover, not your parents. Nobody will come. And I think self-love is one such journey. And people see these teenagers, so-called teenagers these days, they are in a rebellious phase. But they would like to tag it as self-love. Yeah, I want to go to a movie, or you have to give me 500 rupees, or you have to buy me an iPhone. Because me buying an iPhone for myself is self-love.
Yeah.
So I think that word is being misused a lot these days by these kids. Maybe lack of knowledge. They don't understand what self-love is.
Self-love, again, it's an individual journey, and it's till the end, till you die.
Right.
నువ్వు చచ్చిపోయినంత వరకు నీతో పాటు ఉండేది నీ సెల్ఫ్ లవ్ తప్ప ఇంకేది ఉండదు. సో యూ నో యువర్ జర్నీ, యూ నో యువర్ స్టోరీస్, అండ్ వెనక్కి తిరిగి మనం చూసుకుంటే ఓకే, దిస్ ఇస్ వాట్ ఐ హావ్ డన్. You should be proud, or else your story must be influencing someone, or adi pakkoliki sense avutunda leda, it's secondary thing. Is it making sense to you or not is what matters ultimately at the end of the day. Nenu appudu ma mummy tho daddy tho cheptanu, ippudu nenu ee kshanam repu if I'm not no more, I'm happy, dude. I'm literally happy. No regrets. Okavela unna sir, I'm happy because that's the mistakes I've done. Andukane that now I'm like this, talking in front of you, talking to people, teaching many people out there because of those mistakes. So I'm okay with what I'm doing, and it's okay. I'm enjoying this journey. This self-love is also a journey, and I'm pursuing it more and more each and every day, knowing about myself, discovering more about myself, my energies, my power, and what I am capable of doing in my life. So that makes me more feel loved. Edena yesterday, like we are doing gym, for example.
Yeah.
So yesterday what happened, I got periods in the middle of the gym.
Yeah.
So you said don't do gym, why enduk chestunavu, don't do gym and all. I'm like, dude, why you're keeping this myths and all? I can do myself.
Right.
I did 1.5 hour.
Right.
And then we have done and we went home.
Yeah.
So when I've done that, when you said it is not and I've done it, I felt like yes, I can do it. Impossible things happen, I can do it. And I felt okay, this is self love. I'm not stopping even periods came in. Okay, so even uncomfortable situations, I'm changing them myself to a comfortable, where I'm telling my body and mind that it's okay, you can do it. And that's how I felt nice yesterday after doing. Yeah.
So I think, as you said, it is an individual journey, but I think this is very appropriate to say, since it is our first episode of the Storyteller.
Say it.
The storyteller show, why I wanted to become a storyteller, is again somewhere it is connected to what makes me happy. It is doing this show is again kind of a self-love for me, because I love telling stories and it is a part of me since my childhood. నా ఇన్స్పిరేషన్ ఏంటి అంటే, నేను చిన్నప్పుడు మా మమ్మీతో కూర్చొని బ్లాక్ అండ్ వైట్ మూవీస్ అవి చూసేదాన్ని. సో ఐ వాచ్ హాలీవుడ్ మూవీస్,
నేను చూసాను
all kinds of movies I used to watch.
Okay.
కానీ till date who is my favorite actor is SVR గారు, ఘటోత్కచుడు SVR గారు.
Okay.
Legendary actor.
Okay.
సో నేనేంటంటే I grew up watching all those films అన్నమాట. So from there onwards, I had a very good fascination towards, wow, they're telling a story, like this is all connected. It used to be fascinating for me. Then slowly, artists అనేది ఏదైతే ఉన్నారో SVR గారు కానీ యాక్టర్స్ కానీ ఏదైనా మూవీస్, till today I'm crazy about them. I love them. But one artist band that really kicked in my self-love journey is BTS. So I have the tattoos also. Right? So BTS are somebody.
I don't know why. I have this question for you, even if I'm not interrupting you at this point.
Yeah.
So I don't know about BTS. Hardly. I don't know their faces also.
ఏంటది? నెల్లూరు పెద్దారెడ్డి ఎవరో తెలీదా మీకు? నెల్లూరు పెద్దారెడ్డి ఎవరో తెలియకుండానే డిపార్ట్మెంట్ లో జాబ్ చేస్తున్నారా మీరు?
So many of them, not just you.
నాకు నిజంగా తెలీదు BTS అంటే ఏంటో, బట్
ఈ మాత్రం జనరల్ నాలెడ్జ్ లేకుండా జాబ్స్ ఎలా చేస్తున్నారా మీరు?
I don't know why these people are so much crazy about
I'll
BTS.
tell you why.
Even the teenagers are more crazy about this thing. I don't know why.
I'll tell you why. Because see, I think an artist should have social responsibility. So it's not just, I am not trying to offend any artists out there, but it's not pop music and everything. It's not just about a female's ass or her body. Or it's not something which is on, how to swear words and naked people and all of that. It's not just all of that. I think music is something which people relate to at a soul level. And when you are making such music and when you have the power to impact millions of people, I think you should have a little bit of social responsibility in it. And that is what BTS does.
Oh, nice.
So BTS teaches you about mental health. Their music is all about mental health. It's about friendship. It's about how they are for their fans. They hold them like an armor and they protect them. So they have a song called Bulletproof, and which encourage people. It says that we are bulletproof. So we are bulletproof to depression or whatever the peer pressures we have at this age.
Okay.
So I literally love their music.
Maybe I should listen this time.
You have to. Just see, people are like, I come across so many people who ask me this question. So people are like, అరే వాళ్ళు ఏంట్రా అమ్మాయిలా ఉంటారు, అరే హెయిర్ కలర్ వేసుకుని తిరుగుతారు ఏంట్రా, క్రింజీగా ఉంటారా, ఏం బాగుంటారు, అందరు మొక్కలు ఒకలాగే ఉంటారా. సో ఈవెన్ టుడే ప్రతి వాడు ఇప్పుడు see, there are so many nationalities out there. When you see a black person, you see this guy is a Negro. He's not a Negro. His ethnicity might be something else.
Yeah.
But just like that, I'm not saying we're being racist, but we are saying very silly about it. You're not saying what is valuable out of that. So from childhood, my mom taught me, ఎవరిలో అయినా మంచి చూడు, అప్పుడు నువ్వు ఎదుగుతావు. ఫస్ట్ పాజిటివ్ థింగ్ చూసావు అనుకో, అందులో నీకు నేర్చుకోవాలనిపిస్తుంది.
బట్ ఐ థింక్ అవుట్ దేర్ జనరేషన్ ఇప్పుడు ద నెగటివ్ ఇంపాక్ట్ ఇస్ మోర్ దెన్ ద పాజిటివ్.
Anywhere, any time and places like that.
అది అంటే ఇంతకు ముందు అలా ఉండేది కాదు. ఈవెన్ మన పేరెంట్స్, ఈవెన్ మన చైల్డ్హుడ్ టైంలో ఉన్నప్పుడు కూడా ఎవ్రీథింగ్ యూస్ టు బి పాజిటివ్. ఈవెన్ ఒక నెగటివ్ సిచ్యువేషన్ అయినా మన పేరెంట్స్ కానీ సరౌండింగ్ ఎన్విరాన్మెంట్ ఉన్నా సరే విల్ షిఫ్ట్ ఇట్ టు ద పాజిటివ్ వే. కానీ ఇప్పుడు ఏంటంటే ఈవెన్ ఇఫ్ వి సీక్ హెల్ప్ సమ్వేర్ ఆల్సో దెర్ ఇస్ నెగటివిటీ ఓవర్ దేర్. The environment is becoming negative because of the maybe depressions or experiences individual ga face out. They don't know where to put that pressure. They don't know where to let it out, vent it out. So they are putting it on other people, where they need to individually sort that out in their brains.
Totally agree. And I think why I think about this a lot, and I think why this is happening is, మన చిన్నప్పుడు, even today, if you leave us in a playground, we'll socialize with people. Today you and I, we talk with everybody. We go to a coffee house, we're like, hi. How are you? Like, I know this guy, I know that guy. We are like that. But these generation, they're always on their phone.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And they seek help also virtually. See, I have some of my cousins who have friends just who are other gamers whom they've never even met. They only talk while they're gaming. So we are engineered biologically as human beings to have physical contact.
Yes.
To use all our 5 senses, to be social. That's how we are engineered.
Yeah.
When we are going against a natural way of being, we get depressed.
Yeah.
We used to be more positive back then because
If you have heard also, what you see is what you receive, or else
Right.
what you get in your backgrounds, or even if you're talking about something that pops up in your phone.
Yeah.
So whatever you see in your phones or your surroundings, that's what happens in your world,
Right.
individual world.
Yeah.
సో మేబీ ఇప్పుడు ఒక టీనేజర్ ఒక పాయింట్ ఆఫ్ టాపిక్స్ చూస్తున్నాడంటే ఆ టాపిక్స్ వాడి బుర్రలోకి ఇంజెక్ట్ అవుతూ ఉంటాయి. లైక్ ఇట్ ఈస్ లైక్ యు ఆర్ ప్రోగ్రామింగ్ సంథింగ్ ఇన్ టు యువర్ బ్రెయిన్.
Exactly.
సో దాట్స్ వాట్ ఈస్ హ్యాపెనింగ్ ఇస్ వాట్ ఐ ఫీల్. మనకేంటంటే అటు ఇటు రెండు కలిపి ఉన్నాం కాబట్టి వి స్టిల్ సీక్ టు కమ్ బ్యాక్ టు అవర్ ఒరిజినల్ ప్లేసెస్. లైక్ let's get back to positivity, spread that positive, spread that self love to people. And with this show, what I wanted to show is అందరికి ఆ సెల్ఫ్ లవ్ పరిచయం చేయాలి. మర్చిపోకండి. just start your journey, even if it's very small thing or a big thing. Do it for yourself, so that మీరు హ్యాపీగా ఉంటే మీ సరౌండింగ్స్ కూడా మీరు హ్యాపీగా చూసుకోగలరు. When you're not happy, you cannot check with other people out there. And be empathetic, be positive. Negative emotions వస్తాయి, నాకు వస్తాయి, మీకు వస్తాయి, అందరికీ వస్తాయి. But vent it out, and try to be kind. That's what కైండ్ అండ్ పాజిటివ్ ఉంటేనే కదా ఉంటది. నాకు 100 సమస్యలు ఉంటాయి, నీకు 100 సమస్యలు ఉంటాయి. Everyone does. That's a part of a journey that you are. That's how you pursue life. బట్ అదొక్కటే బుర్రలో పెట్టేసుకొని వాళ్ళు కనీసం దే డోంట్ ట్రై టు బీ పాజిటివ్. దే డిగ్రేడ్ యూ, దే డిస్రెస్పెక్ట్ యూ, దే ట్రై టు నార్మలైజ్ థింగ్స్. ఓకే, జస్ట్ అంతే ఇలా అన్నట్టు.
They try to take alcohol and drugs and everything to forget things.
Yeah, diversions also are there. There's a kind of a diversions which వాళ్ళ ఎమోషన్స్ ని వాళ్ళు హ్యాండిల్ చేయలేక, దట్స్ ద రీజన్ దే డూ ఇట్. సి, హ్యాపీనెస్ తో చేసేది వేరు, సాడ్ గా చేసేది వేరు. ఓకే, సో దాన్ని okay, I need to sleep. So how I can do it? So I'll take alcohol, I can take drugs,
I want to forget
something. Sleep. Next day that again repeats kada. This is a cycle. Okay, at the end of the day, what you're getting? Okay, 1 year no padukunna, happy ga taagi padukunna anni. 1 year tarvata what happened? Nee problem solve ayinda? No. What about your mental health? Fucked up. What about your body health? Fucked up. Everything, at the end of the day, everything got smashed. మళ్ళీ అది చూసుకొని అగైన్ యూ గెట్ డిప్రెస్డ్. అగైన్ యూ గెట్ డిప్రెస్డ్. ఇప్పుడు నాకు పొట్టొచ్చింది, బట్టొచ్చింది, అండ్ నాకు హెయిర్ ఫాల్ అవుతుంది, ఒక అమ్మాయి అంటది, నాకు పింపుల్స్ వచ్చాయి, ఇంకో అమ్మాయి అంటది, అండ్ ఇలా జరుగుతాయి. అండ్ అగైన్ మళ్ళీ కొత్త ప్యాటర్న్. ఓకే, సెల్ఫ్ లవ్ పోతుంది. ఓకే, నేను ఇలా ఉన్నాను కదా, ఇంకేంటి అని మళ్ళీ స్టార్ట్ అవ్వడానికి మళ్ళీ దే నీడ్ సమ్ సపోర్ట్.
స్టార్ట్ అయినప్పటికి ఇప్పుడు ఎక్కువ ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ ఉన్నాయి.
మోటివేషన్ కూడా ఉండదు. పక్కోళ్ళు కూడా చెప్పరు. పక్కోళ్ళు ఎంత త్వరగా డిగ్రేడ్ చేద్దాం ఉంటారు. మోటివేషన్ కూడా దే ల్యాక్ ఆఫ్ మోటివేషన్. సెల్ఫ్ మోటివేషన్ ఇస్ ఆల్సో వెరీ వెరీ ఇంపార్టెంట్. దట్స్ ఆల్సో అ సెల్ఫ్ లవ్. ఈక్వల్ టు సెల్ఫ్ లవ్ ఇస్ వాట్ ఐ సే. సెల్ఫ్ మోటివేషన్ ఈక్వల్ టు సెల్ఫ్ లవ్. సో ఆ మోటివేషన్ లేకపోతే నువ్వు ముందుకి ఎప్పుడు వెళ్ళలేవు. నాకు తెలిసి అందరూ డిపెండ్ అయిపోతున్నారు. ఈవెన్ ఐ సే మేల్స్ ఆర్ మోర్ సెల్ఫ్ మోటివేటెడ్. I feel like that. అమ్మాయిలు సెల్ఫ్ మోటివేటెడ్ కాదు. దే ఆల్వేస్ డిపెండ్ సమ్వేర్ ఆర్ ది అదర్. దిస్ డాడ్ లిటిల్ ప్రిన్సెస్, దే డిపెండ్. I'm pretty much sure, because నేను ఒక 500 స్టూడెంట్స్ ని చూసాను యాజ్ ఆఫ్ నౌ. they're always dependent, dude. They don't have సెల్ఫ్ అనేది ఏం లేదు. అయితే మమ్మీ, లేకపోతే డాడీ, లేకపోతే ఫ్రెండ్స్ ఆర్ సంథింగ్ ఒక డెసిషన్ తీసుకోవాలన్నా దే హ్యావ్ 5 different మైండ్ సెట్స్ టు టేక్ one decision. So that's how it is. So I say for all the girls, be that self-motivated.
Yeah, they have to be self-motivated. And again, to speak upon one thing that you have touched, you've used a word called programming.
Yeah, programming.
Right? So that is actually a very beautiful and very useful word. Endukante, see, these days I'm again, going back. I think we both know each other from 2017 or something.
Yeah.
So I was a different person back then. So
yes,
I was very different back then.
Very different. Very different as a person, as
physically
as well also.
Right?
Yeah.
So after that, I went through
I've
a
seen
phase.
a transformation,
right?
like so much.
Yeah, I went through a phase, right, which was not very good. to
Yeah,
be
I know.
frank, which was not very good. But I'm very proud of that journey because that journey taught me so many things. But my point is, I'm actually learning. My journey of self-love started like that at that point because I very, very much needed that at that point.
You sure?
I'm very sure. I was very much
No.
needed.
About your show, let's started with your Miss Vizag show.
Yeah, I mean,
The self-love started with that.
Yeah, before I was a very good person. After the show, I was exposed to different kind of things. At that age, I was
What
very
is very good
confused.
person in before and after?
Very good person in the sense my confidence levels were awesome.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Before Miss Vizag.
Before Miss Vizag and during also.
Okay.
But after that, you come out of, that is an age where you come out of your house. Like నువ్వు బయటకు వచ్చి బయట ప్రపంచాన్ని చూడడం స్టార్ట్ చేస్తావు. అంటే అమ్మ నాన్న ఒక అంబ్రెల్లా పట్టి నేను ప్రొటెక్షన్ చేయకుండా you come out and you start seeing the life. So after that I started seeing so many people and everything. There were a lot of experiences. So which changed me as a person.
Which we'll talk later.
That's an entire podcast again.
అది వేరే. ఈ అమ్మాయిలు కాస్టింగ్ కావచ్చు, లేకపోతే ఫేస్ చేసేవన్నీ చిన్నప్పటి నుంచి మనం ఫేస్ చేసే whatever the
challenges, let's say,
or physical things that we experience avani next podcast lo manam chuddam. But I think we need to end this.
Yeah, sure. So I would like to end this on a beautiful note. So when this journey started, my point was I started so I've seen very low point. Then slowly I'm picking up now. And one thing that really helped me, and which is very less talked about in a self-love journey, is spirituality. Okay, so I would suggest whoever is watching this, I think tap back on your spirituality a little. And when you use the word programming, I would like to bring back a reference from Swami Vivekananda's book. He says human being is like a computer. So your five senses are always taking in information. So why do people tell you don't watch anything or watch something good when you're eating? Because what you are seeing, what you are hearing all the time, it takes in. So keep your environment positive, listen to good things, see good things, be in a positive way, and subconsciously try to calm yourself down. So if you follow all of these things, indirectly you're programming your brain to be positive.
When this happens, when you feel like doing it, when you choose it, even if I'm saying ఇప్పుడు నువ్వు నేను 100 పాడ్కాస్ట్లు ఇవి చేసినా ఎక్కడో ఎవరొకరు కనెక్ట్ అవుతుంది, దట్ విల్ బి హెల్ప్ఫుల్ టు సమ్వన్ అన్న మన ఫీలింగ్. బట్ స్టిల్ వాళ్ళంతలు వాళ్ళు చలో లెట్స్ డూ ఇట్ అన్నంత వరకు దిస్ విల్ నెవర్ హ్యాపెన్. ఈవెన్ ఇఫ్ ఇట్స్ అ సెల్ఫ్ లవ్, ఎనీ చాయిసెస్ ఆర్ డ్రీమ్స్ ఆర్ వాట్ ఎవర్ ఇట్ ఇస్, దే నీడ్ టు డూ ఇట్ and it should be in a constant way. So let's see how this works out.
Yeah, sure.
Let's make an end.
Thank you everyone for joining us on this podcast, and there will be more and more coming. And if you have any other topics that you would like us to discuss on or talk on, please leave a comment.